The Illuminati will see you now.
The Illuminati is now in the MCU thanks to Doctor Strange in the multiverse of madness, meaning that we're getting another superhero team. So let's backtrack to the original, the Avengers. And who wins here, the Avengers or the Illuminati? Well, let's find out. But before we get into it, if you think the Avengers win, well, hit the subscribe button. And if you disagree, then the Illuminati take it, make sure you hit that notification bell. Now let's get it. So we have been building up to the Illuminati for a little while now, ever since we saw Professor X being teased in the first Doctor Strange trailer. But we didn't know what the rest of the team looked like at all, really. I thought for sure that Superior Iron Man was going to be in it. Still a little bummed about that one. But now we know that when Doctor Strange was called before the Illuminati on Earth 838, well, it consisted of Mr. Fantastic, Professor X, Captain Marvel, Captain Carter, Black Bolt, and Mordo, the guy who replaced this universe's Doctor Strange. And since the Avengers lineup is constantly changing, especially with Phase 4 coming in, we really don't know who is in the Avengers anymore. Well, let's go back to the original here. Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, and Hawkeye. So what can the Avengers do? Well, besides saving the world time and time again, just over and over again. Now granted, sometimes it's the Avengers that put the world in danger in the first place. But let's not dwell on that too much. Captain America is the leader of the team, pinnacle of human physical potential, literally superhuman. One of the world's greatest fighters. He's got the ultimate offensive and defensive weapon in that vibranium shield. The man really has it all. Oh, and he can wield Mjolnir. Only does it when he really feels like it, though. Iron Man might not be the leader of the team, but don't worry, he's not salty about it or anything.
Actually, he's the boss. I just pay for everything and design everything and make everyone look cooler.
His Iron Man suits have advanced to the point where they can fight against Thor, they can fight against Hulk, they can even fight against Thanos. And he's got absolute weapons galore, able to create weapons with just a thought. More weapons than you could possibly imagine. Thor is the god of the team, and not the god of hammers. He's strong enough to beat up on Hulk, durable enough to take beatings from Thanos or blast from a full-on star. He's been fighting for literally thousands of years, and now he's got Stormbreaker, the Thanos killing kind of weapon. And then Hulk is the strongest Avenger.
What?
He can one-shot Leviathans, clash with Thor and the Hulkbuster, hold up Avengers Mansion all by himself, was the only Avenger able to snap the Infinity Gauntlet and survive. And well, let's just not mention his encounter with Thanos. Let's not talk about that fight. And then Black Widow and Hawkeye, the two true humans of the group.
Okay, look, the city's flying. We're fighting an army of robots. And I have a bow and arrow. None of this makes sense.
They got spirit, they got heart. They're actually pretty useful for taking out henchmen and thugs and alien armies. But when we're talking about people on this massive power level, I don't really know what an assassin and a spy are truly going to be able to do. So, what can the Illuminati do against these guys? They are the Avengers after all, world's greatest heroes. Well, if you pair up the team's two greatest minds, Iron Man and Mr. Fantastic, that's actually a really interesting fight. In the comics, Reed Richards is usually portrayed as the universe's smartest man, ahead of Tony Stark. While in a physical fight, Iron Man usually always wins that one. Reed is impressive. He's smart, he's cunning, he's usually always got contingencies and plans and inventions, but he also usually needs time to really be the most effective here. On the other hand, Iron Man's suits and unibeams and blasters make him just too much here, make him the more powerful one out of the two. Captain America versus Captain Carter, well, that's a bit harder one to choose. Captain America is one of my favorite heroes, especially the MCU version. and he is a force to be reckoned with. The dude is an absolute monster, can punch way outside of his weight class, is always doing stuff that just literally leaves my jaw on the floor, and isn't afraid at all to take on anyone, no matter the odds. Because remember,
I could do this all day. Yeah, I know.
but if Captain Carter is anything like she is in her What If episode, which is technically just another universe's Captain Carter, so they're probably roughly the same, well, she is incredibly fast, incredibly tough, an incredibly skilled fighter, incredibly strong, and is just so fluid and smooth with her movements. Watching her fight is almost like watching a master gymnast or a skilled dancer. Is just mesmerizing. She could take on Shumagoroth, a giant squid monster, maybe like the one Doctor Strange fought, all by herself. But then again, Captain America can wield Mjolnir. Best to call this one just a draw. Maria Rambeau, Captain Marvel, is a hero with literal god-like abilities, while Thor is the true embodied god of thunder. Alternate versions of these two already faced off against one another in What If Episode 7. And while it was an insanely close fight, the show had Captain Marvel winning. Thor had her on the ropes a few times, was getting the upper hand in a close range fight, but Captain Marvel made it clear that she was actually holding back the whole time. She wasn't using her full powers, and if she wanted to, she would have won. I'm not sure if this Captain Marvel could beat this Thor, but I do know that fight is for sure gonna be a hard one, gonna be a destructive one. Out of the few heroes out there who can beat Thor, Maria could definitely be one of them. What about a battle of brains versus brawn? Hulk versus Professor X? In the comics, it's common belief that Hulk is pretty much immune to psychic attacks. If Hulk can't even control the Hulk, then how could anybody else hope to? But the MCU showed otherwise. Scarlet Witch was able to get in there, manipulate Hulk's mind, and unleash Hulk out on a bloodthirsty rampage. Professor X should be able to do the exact same thing. Really, Scarlet Witch was able to get in the heads of all of these Avengers. She didn't get Hawkeye, but Loki did, which leads to this question. Why couldn't Professor X just beat the Avengers all by himself? Why couldn't he just mind control all of them, mind wipe all of them, take them all down? He could probably do it all by himself. And then there's Black Bolt and Mordo. I guess you could technically include the Doctor Strange, who literally wiped out a universe instead of Mordo, because he was a member of the Illuminati too, but that just seems a little bit like overkill. I mean, Black Bolt can already kill you with just a whisper, wipe you completely from existence, while Mordo can do basically everything any sorcerer can do. Send you to other dimensions, trap you in the Mirrorverse, separate your soul from your body, so many different options at his disposal. And we're asking Hawkeye and Black Widow to take these guys down? Good luck. I guess the only pushback for the Illuminati completely wiping the floor with the Avengers would be that Scarlet Witch was able to get in there and already wipe the floor with all of them by herself. Not a great showing for them, that's for sure. But I'm actually not so sure that it's an awful showing for the Illuminati and not just a jaw-dropping amazing showing for Wanda. Maybe this is what really cements her place as the most powerful hero in the MCU. Because remember, she was already able to beat Thanos all by herself. Would have killed him too. And Thanos is enough to beat the Avengers all by himself. So Scarlet Witch is a team-busting force. And plus, the Illuminati were able to beat their version of Thanos too, beat him back on Titan before he could snap, something the Avengers couldn't do, and beat Thanos with just the 6 of them, something that when the Avengers did beat Thanos, well, they had to have a lot more people on their side. So who wins here? Well, I think it's the Illuminati, even though we didn't see a ton from them. It basically boiled down to a glorified cameo in some ways. I think this team of heroes is powerful enough to beat the Avengers. At least if we're going off what they should be potentially capable of at their absolute best, not just what they showed us when Wanda killed all of them. The Illuminati win. But what do you think? Sound off in the comments down below. Who do you think wins this fight? The Avengers or the Illuminati? Also, be sure with the like button, subscribe button, and turn notifications. It really helps out a ton in the channel, and you're going to see awesome videos like this one every single day. So go do that, and I will see y'all next time.